10-year anniversary of the Purpose album. If you're watching, we love you guys. We're glad you're tuning in.
Haley said, I love this album. I think you're so brave and so cool and so raw.
There's things that I can't change, Lord knows I tried. Oh, baby, we can leave it all behind.
When can you make it feel good before I leave again?
How could this myself? If I had you, I'll drive this myself.
Oh, no.
I met you, you can't be.
Being stepped on because this person's helping me make money, you know? So like I've gotten to a point in my life where my no's have really been, and my boundaries have helped me to like really grow as a person. And money usually, like resources and money and all these things will happen. And when you just prioritize people, I think, you know, because I really think people are the point.
In my family.
And,
Walk up, start hugging.
yeah, I always wanted a kid who wasn't like super shy and like didn't want to go to people and stuff, but he's like super like personable and open.
I really love San Diego. I never really ever experienced it like that before. I've always been in and out. That beach walk is so beautiful.
I regret it as soon as I got in that car.
Haley honestly hit me saying she wished she would have stayed too.
See?
I did something that really hurt him, did something very immature and stupid. It damaged the idea of me for you.
Yeah, I think so too.
She went out and did things that hurt me. And so it was just this hurt. She hurt me. And then before tour, we just really stopped talking. I was really upset. And rather than, you know, before that in my previous relationship, I went off and just went crazy and went wild, just was, you know, being reckless. Yeah, I got better. And so she would reach out to people that were like, that we knew. And she would get like you'd hear, right? You'd hear like, oh, he's doing so well. And she would be so pissed off because she's like, he's not doing well without me.
Facts.
Right?
Have you ever wondered what goes through Justin Bieber's mind when the cameras are off? Most people only see the polished version of him. The concerts, music videos, stylish outfits, and confident poses. What rarely gets shown is the private side, the moments where he's not performing or trying to impress anyone. That's why his recent livestream grabbed so much attention. For almost 20 minutes, he sat in front of a microphone and started creating a song on the spot, letting the words flow naturally. There was no script, no plan, just raw emotion spilling out. Some of what he said felt painfully honest. Certain lines were hard to follow at first, almost like he was expressing feelings he didn't fully understand himself. Fans started speculating about the inspiration behind his words. Was he reflecting on an old heartbreak, revealing family struggles, or just confronting the pressure fame has placed on him over the years? As soon as the live stream ended, people across social media dissected every phrase, trying to connect each moment to his past or current life. What follows is a detailed look at those 20 minutes. We'll explore the emotions he revealed, the phrases he repeated, and the unexpected moments that made viewers pause and replay sections. Some lines might surprise you, while others will feel familiar if you followed his career closely. By the end, you'll see Justin not as a superstar on stage, but as someone working through deep feelings he has carried for a long time. The live stream started off looking casual. There was no announcement, no countdown, no hint of a new project. He wasn't trying to hype anything or tease a release. There was no big team around him, just Justin, a microphone, and a moment to think through music. The simplicity of it gave the whole session a strong impact. For nearly 20 minutes, he sang lines that sounded completely unrehearsed. You could hear that each word came straight from what he was feeling at that very moment. This approach was very different from his usual performances. There were no perfect vocal runs, no choreographed routines, no production surrounding him. Listeners could hear small breaks in his voice, hesitation before certain words, and pauses that felt like he was deciding whether to even say the next line. It was as if he wasn't performing for millions, but quietly sharing with himself, and fans were lucky enough to witness it. The honesty in his voice caught people's attention. There were moments of pain, lines that sounded raw and almost desperate. Then he would shift into phrases that were more abstract, emotional but unclear, the kind that makes listeners lean in, trying to understand. When the live stream ended, reactions exploded online. Fans felt they had entered an intimate, private space, a glimpse of Justin's inner world. Once he found his rhythm, the words began to flow continuously. Fans realized this wasn't random rambling, there was genuine emotion behind every line. He sang things like, "My heart can't take it. My bones can't take it. I just can't shake it." You could hear the weariness in his voice, as if he had carried these feelings for a long time and was finally releasing them. Some lines were particularly heavy. "Why don't I leave? Why don't I stay? Why can't I hold you?" Even without knowing who he meant, the inner conflict was clear. It sounded like someone torn between two choices, unsure whether to leave or fight to stay. Fans immediately began wondering if these words were about a past relationship, something current in his life, or a reflection on himself and how he handles stress and expectations. He also shared more reflective thoughts. Lines like, "Who am I when it's jealousy, envy? Can we be so sensitive?" felt different from normal pop lyrics. It seemed more like he was trying to process his own feelings in real time, thinking out loud through music rather than talking directly. The way he sang added even more weight. Sometimes his voice was gentle, other times it trembled, and at times he seemed to barely get the words out. Toward the end, fans replayed certain moments repeatedly to catch subtle inflections and the emotions hidden in each line. Listening closely, you notice a bigger pattern. The live stream wasn't just a random stream of words, it was layered with frustration, confusion, and reflection. When he said, "All this confusion, all this pain, all this heartbreak is never going to waste," it felt like he was trying to make sense of his struggles, turning them into something meaningful despite the hurt. He questioned himself multiple times. You could hear him searching for identity beyond the public persona everyone sees. Lines about jealousy and sensitivity hinted at personal flaws or moments of weakness he usually keeps private. Fans commented that they felt like they were hearing his inner thoughts, the ones he rarely shares. During a softer section, he sang, "My heart's too heavy to carry. I feel stupid. My bones are not the reason." These words suggested emotional weight rather than physical strain. It felt like he was revealing a kind of pressure that isn't visible in photos or on stage. There were also hints of tension in relationships. He sang about wanting to hold someone but feeling unsure, wanting to stay, yet wanting to leave. This pushed fans to speculate about who might be on his mind. As soon as the live stream ended, the internet lit up with theories. Many linked lines to his past relationship with Selena Gomez. Phrases like, "Why don't I leave? Why don't I stay?" seemed to reflect old memories or feelings he had never publicly discussed. Others argued that the words could relate to the ups and downs of any long-term relationship, including his marriage to Hailey. The questions he posed could reflect doubts, stress, or emotional struggles within a marriage constantly under public scrutiny. Theories spread rapidly because Justin didn't clarify anything. Lines like, "Could you take a hold of me?" became open-ended puzzles for fans. Some interpreted it as vulnerability and romance, while others saw it as a plea for comfort or understanding from the world around him. Justin's recent livestream came at a time when his music has been more open and personal than usual. His surprise album Swag already showed a side of him that is reflective, honest, and introspective, and this livestream took that a step further. It wasn't a polished track, it was a glimpse of how his thoughts and emotions shape music before a song even exists. Watching him create on the spot is as revealing as the lyrics themselves. It gives fans a rare look at how his ideas come together, how emotions drive his creativity, and how spontaneous his process can be. Unlike a music video or a studio release, there's no editing, no script, and no expectation of perfection. Every line comes from his immediate feelings, making it raw and compelling. Many people wonder why he shares moments like this instead of only releasing polished tracks. The answer seems simple. It's about connection. In an industry where everything feels planned and perfected, seeing someone in a raw, uncertain, emotional state makes fans feel included. For those 20 minutes, Justin wasn't thinking about chart numbers or streaming stats. He wasn't trying to make a hit song, he simply followed his thoughts wherever they led, even when the ideas felt messy or unsure. Lines like, "I'm so in love with me, but I'm letting go and landing. Could you take a hold of me?" sounded more like personal confessions than lyrics meant for public release. This approach also highlights how the relationship between artists and audiences has shifted. Fans are no longer passive observers. They interpret, debate, and analyze every detail. Seeing Justin in this vulnerable, unpolished state allows people to feel like part of his creative process rather than just spectators. The simplicity of the live stream makes it gripping because it's unfiltered and unpredictable. Timing plays a role too. With unexpected projects like Swag, his spontaneous sharing keeps fans guessing. One moment he's reflecting on heartbreak, the next he's questioning his own choices. That unpredictability adds suspense, keeping viewers engaged and eager for the next shift in emotion or surprising line. The live stream also shows how he's grown as an artist. Early in his career, his music was light, fun, and created mainly to entertain. Deep personal struggles were rarely touched on. Over time, his work has become more introspective. Swag and moments like this live stream reveal his willingness to explore themes like anxiety, love, mistakes, and self-identity. During the session, he let emotions guide the melody rather than holding back. Lines like, "All this confusion, all this pain, all this heartbreak is never going to waste," reflected someone trying to make sense of struggles instead of hiding them. Fans weren't just listening, they were witnessing a rare moment of openness. The live stream also revealed a shift in how he presents himself. The image of a perfect pop star has faded. He showed uncertainty, emotion, and imperfection. Whether he sang about jealousy, love, or personal mistakes, he didn't try to hide them. This transparency changes how people experience his music. Every pause, every hesitated word, every improvised phrase carried meaning, creating a connection that a typical song release can't always achieve. Even after the video ended, fans were left with questions. Who was he thinking about? Selena, Haley, or himself? The lack of clear answers fueled discussion. Clips were shared across social media, and fans offered interpretations ranging from resurfaced past feelings to struggles with fame and self-identity. Every line became a puzzle to decode, sparking conversation long after the live stream ended. These moments work especially well on platforms like YouTube. When viewers stop to reflect, replay, or discuss, engagement naturally grows. Lines like, "Could you take a hold of me?" or "Why don't I leave? Why do I stay?" stick with people, drawing them back to watch again and again. The rawness of unedited content stands out in a world full of polished videos, making these streams feel intimate and real. Looking at the live stream as a whole, the meaning becomes clear. Justin wasn't just singing, he was confronting feelings he usually keeps private. For nearly 20 minutes, he shared emotions ranging from heartbreak to reflection to confusion. Some lines hinted at past relationships, others revealed inner struggles, and a few sounded like a search for grounding or peace. There isn't one single interpretation, which is part of what makes it so impactful. Each listener can connect with it differently. What gives the live stream its power isn't just the words, it's the courage behind them. He exposed a side of himself that is imperfect, unsure, and unguarded. It reminds fans that even someone with immense fame faces the same questions and emotions as anyone else. So the question now is, which part resonated most with you? Was it the self-reflective lines, the heartbreak, or the moments of vulnerability? While Justin didn't clarify every lyric, he offered something even more revealing, a view into the person behind the fame, someone navigating feelings that the public rarely gets to see. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated for the next breakdown. If this live stream is any indication, there's more to discover, and we have no idea what he might reveal next.